Ever wondered about a story so powerful it has echoed through millennia, captivating cultures from Africa to the Middle East and beyond? It's the tale of a mysterious, intelligent, and fabulously wealthy queen who traveled a great distance just to test the wisdom of a legendary king. Today we're diving deep into the story of the Queen of Sheba and her famous visit to King Solomon. Who was she? Why did she make this epic journey? And what can her story teach us today? Let's unravel this ancient mystery together. The story goes that the Queen of Sheba, ruler of a prosperous kingdom likely located in modern-day Yemen or Ethiopia, heard incredible tales about King Solomon of Israel. His fame for wisdom, granted by God, had spread far and wide. But the queen wasn't one to just believe rumors. She was a ruler in her own right, known for her sharp intellect and curiosity. She decided she had to see for herself if Solomon was as wise as everyone claimed. So, she embarked on a long and arduous journey, leading a massive caravan across the desert to Jerusalem. This wasn't just a casual visit. It was a diplomatic mission and an intellectual challenge all in one. The queen came prepared with a series of hard questions, or riddles, designed to stump even the cleverest of minds. She wanted to test the depth of Solomon's understanding, to see if his wisdom was truly divine. Think of it as the ultimate ancient intellectual showdown. It wasn't about trying to embarrass him, but about a genuine pursuit of knowledge. She was a seeker of truth, and she had heard that Solomon's court was the epicenter of wisdom in the known world. When the Queen of Sheba arrived in Jerusalem, it was a spectacle to behold. Her caravan was laden with extravagant gifts, a clear display of her kingdom's immense wealth and her respect for the king she had come to meet. We're talking about 120 talents of gold, which by today's standards would be worth hundreds of millions of dollars. But it wasn't just the gold. She also brought a vast quantity of spices, more than had ever been seen in Israel before. The air in Jerusalem must have been thick with the scent of frankincense and myrrh. These gifts were more than just presents. They were powerful symbols of diplomacy, a gesture of peace and mutual respect between two powerful rulers. Solomon welcomed her, and the great test began. The Queen of Sheba presented him with her challenging questions. The ancient texts don't specify what the riddles were, which only adds to the intrigue. But whatever they were, Solomon answered them all. Nothing was too difficult for him. He explained everything she asked. Imagine the queen's astonishment. She had traveled all this way, bringing her toughest intellectual puzzles, only to find a mind that could effortlessly unravel each one. His wisdom was as profound as the stories claimed, and then some. But it wasn't just Solomon's answers that left her breathless. The queen observed everything about his kingdom. She saw the magnificent house he had built, the food on his tables, the organization of his officials and servants, their impressive uniforms, and the grand ceremonies at the temple. It was a perfectly run, prosperous, and sophisticated society. The sheer scale and splendor of it all, combined with Solomon's incredible wisdom, overwhelmed her. She famously declared that the reality of what she saw surpassed even the wildest reports she had heard back home. She admitted that she didn't believe the stories until she saw them with her own eyes, and even then, the half had not been told. This acknowledgement was incredibly significant. Here was a powerful foreign monarch, a figure of great intelligence and wealth, openly praising Solomon's wisdom and attributing his success to his God. She said, "Praise be to the Lord your God, who has delighted in you and placed you on the throne of Israel." This visit wasn't just about two leaders meeting. It underscored Israel's role at the time as a beacon of divine wisdom and blessing, recognized by other nations. The encounter was a masterclass in diplomacy, cultural exchange, and mutual respect. After the exchange of knowledge and admiration, there was an exchange of gifts. The Queen of Sheba had presented her lavish treasures, and Solomon, in turn, gave her everything she desired, whatever she asked for, besides what he had already given her out of his royal generosity. The Bible says he gave her gifts exceeding what she had brought. This reciprocity sealed the bond of friendship and alliance between their two kingdoms. The queen then departed, returning to her own country with her caravan, her mind filled with the wisdom she had sought and witnessed firsthand. Now, here's where the story gets even more fascinating. While the historical and biblical accounts focus on this exchange of wisdom and wealth, other traditions have added their own layers to the tale. For instance, Ethiopian tradition, particularly in the Kibra, tells a much more personal story. In this version, the relationship between Solomon and Makeda, the name given to the Queen of Sheba, becomes romantic. It suggests they had a son together, Menelik, who would later travel to Jerusalem to meet his father. The story continues that Menelik returned to Ethiopia with the Ark of the Covenant, which many Ethiopians believe remains in their country to this day. This narrative forms the foundation of Ethiopia's national and religious identity, tracing their imperial lineage directly back to Solomon. So, did the Queen of Sheba actually exist? That's a question historians still debate. While there's no direct archaeological evidence that definitively proves her existence or her visit, the Kingdom of Saba or Sheba was a very real and powerful trading kingdom in southern Arabia. Its wealth was built on the lucrative trade of frankincense and myrrh. So, a diplomatic and trade mission from a powerful Sabaean ruler to Israel, a key crossroads of ancient trade routes, is entirely plausible from a historical perspective. Whether she was a queen or perhaps a regent, The essence of the story, a powerful leader from a wealthy southern kingdom visiting Solomon, fits the historical context of the era. But perhaps her historical accuracy isn't the most important part of her legacy. The Queen of Sheba has become a powerful symbol across different cultures. She represents wisdom, curiosity, beauty, and power. She is the seeker who isn't afraid to travel far and wide in pursuit of knowledge. She is the diplomat who builds bridges through respect and generosity. She is the powerful woman who holds her own on the world stage, meeting one of history's most famous kings as an equal. Her story highlights the universal human desire for understanding and the importance of looking beyond our own borders to learn from others. The story of Solomon and Sheba is a timeless reminder of the power of wisdom over brute force. It's about the connections that can be forged when leaders meet with open minds and mutual respect. The Queen's journey was not just a physical one across deserts, but an intellectual and spiritual quest. She sought wisdom and found it, and in doing so, her story has inspired countless generations. It reminds us that true wealth isn't just gold and spices, but knowledge, understanding, and the connections we build with one another. Her legend continues to live on, a testament to a woman who dared to ask the hard questions. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the past. What do you find most fascinating about the Queen of Sheba? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this exploration of ancient legends, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into history's greatest stories. See you next time, and God bless.